All of the weekend's Premier League matches in the company of two former England internationals, Alan Shearer and Karen Carney. And two matches to look forward to on Monday, Burnley against Wolves, and also a London derby between Chelsea and West Ham. Let's start with the team news then from Stamford Bridge, where Frank Lampard made 3 changes from their defeat to Wolves last time out. Azpilicueta, Jorginho and Tammy Abraham came in for an injured Reece James, Kai Havertz and Olivier Giroud. And for West Ham, 2 changes from their draw at home to Crystal Palace. Said Benrahma and Diop drop out for Balbuena and Mark Noble, who makes just his 2nd start of the season. A London derby where Frank Lampard was looking to get his side back to winning ways after this. Okay, well, all 3 points went to Frank Lampard's side tonight in this London derby. Let's hear from both managers now, starting off with the Chelsea boss.
Frank, back to winning ways, and you seem to go through the gears, up the gears in the last half an hour. Yeah,
nice to see that at the end, because we had a period in the game where it was tough for us early in the second half. At 1-0, they had some possession, the balls were coming in our box. I thought we dealt with that side of the game really well, to be fair. But yeah, once we got the second goal, Kovacic came on, I thought, and got us more ball in midfield, got us up the pitch with some real quality, and yeah, could have probably scored some more goals in the end.
What about your 2 strikers? Pleased for Tammy to get a couple of goals, and you probably would have thought that Timo would have taken one of those chances to end a sort of mini drought for him.
Yeah, that's the period that Timo's in. It's an unfortunate one because strikers absolutely get judged on goals, but he's getting in positions. We saw that tonight. He has 2 chances that another day he scores. It feels like when one goes in, then it's going to be the run for him, and I'm very calm about that side of it. And for Tammy, it's great for his confidence. You know, I've got options with Tammy and Ollie when we're playing the bigger man up front as such. They both bring different things. Ollie's brought his thing recently, Tammy did today, and that's what we need.
It's the 8th goal you've scored from a corner, more than anyone in the Premier League this season. Is that just a coincidence, or have you been focusing on them more in training?
I don't think much in football is a coincidence when it's that regular, and I think it's a combination of work on the training pitch and players. Players are the ones that do that. The quality of delivery from Mason, for instance, today, and the quality of the header and the timer from Thiago. You know, Thiago's come in and brought that himself. Kurt's doing that better than I think he's done in his career, which is great. So yeah, bit of both.
David, 3-0 seemed a harsh scoreline for you.
Yeah, it was a harsh scoreline. We played quite well at times, but not enough, not good enough in our box, having to defend a couple of times, and certainly we weren't good enough in their box when we got the opportunities. We didn't have loads, but we had enough to give ourselves something. Were they soft goals from your point of view? Were they avoidable goals? Well, I think all goals. We've not conceded a goal from a set piece before tonight, so it's not something I can sort of be heavily criticise the players, but I was disappointed the way we did concede it, because we knew their strengths, we knew they were really capable of it, but to get a goal down early on was disappointing. What was the plan from the first goal, David, with the header? Was it partly zonal marking? What was the issue that no one seemed to pick him up? Yeah, I think if you're a football guy, you'd have spotted that it was zonal marking, yeah, and there's part it's zonal and then there's part marking as well, so it's quite normal in football. You choose, as I said, I think our first goal we conceded from a corner this season, so whatever we're doing not bad. And you had the ball in the net twice in the first half, and you looked dangerous. Yeah, we had nothing went for us all night tonight. Any small decision didn't go for us, and it wasn't just the big ones. It was the way the game, the flow always went in Chelsea's favour tonight. It never went in our favour at all tonight.
Well, a slightly frustrating night for David Moyes. We were trying to figure out what decisions he was talking about there that hadn't gone his way, Alan. The thing that we think it might be is this opportunity for Jared Bowen to score what would have been an equaliser for West Ham. Can you understand why he's frustrated?
No, not really, because I thought it was the correct decision. Bowen does clip Thiago Silva there, and he does go down and does foul him. I mean, if he doesn't do that, then Thiago's clearing that. And you can clearly see it. There you go, he does trip him. So in terms of the first one where Rice had the ball in the back of the net, it was offside, and that was a foul. So no, I don't really understand what David's moaning about in terms of the officials not giving him anything.
Are you with Alan on that one, Karen?
Yeah, of course. I think I don't know what he's moaning at. I think he's frustrated with his team's performance, and he's probably taking it out on the decisions that probably he feels should have gone for him, but the team didn't show up tonight, really. They let him down in that instance. Yeah, they didn't have a single shot on target tonight, Alan. How much of that was about missing Antonio, or was it something else?
No, you're going to miss him with the form that he's in, and what he gives West Ham is a focal point. He's got the skill and the pace to run in behind and give them different options. Haller is someone who will give them an aerial threat, and he did that at times tonight, but certainly wasn't a threat in the box. But when they have Antonio in their team, they're a much better side.
On the positive side for Frank Lampard, though, a big win in this London derby. How important was it for them to get back to winning ways, Karen, off the back of successive defeats prior?
Well, look, Chelsea don't lose 3 on the bounce. And he had to stop that rut, and they did it tonight. You know, I know they lost 2, but they had to go into this game getting 3 points to stay in amongst the pack, and they did. I don't think the performance was great, but it wasn't about that tonight. It was about the result, and they had the chances, they took them, and he'll be happy with that.
We've seen West Ham come back into games after going behind. So how important was it for Tammy Abraham to score a brace and put the game to bed?
Yeah, because it would have been a really nervy ending had it been 1-0 for the last sort of 4 or 5 minutes. So it was crucial that they got that cushion with the second goal. And what he does here, and does really well, is he actually gambles and attacks that space at the near post. It's a shot from Werner, there's no doubt about that. And he starts that move off. He brings them into the game. Then he gambles. A clever move to his left there to make sure he stays onside. Then he attacks that space. And for him to keep on improving and get better, that's the one thing that he can do, and he can do better, is do that. And that'll give his confidence world of good to tonight to understand what he's done correctly there in that movement. Then it's about getting in there and can he finish it off, and it's a really clever finish.
Were you impressed with him, Karen?
I was, yeah. You come in and you probably feel a little bit under pressure. You know, you've got to deliver. You're back in the team and you feel you need to score goals, and credit to him, he actually started both of his goals, you know, holding the play up, bringing other people into it. And like I said earlier, right place at the right time, and that's what you want from him. And he'll be really, really happy. Here, look, this is where he starts. That's where he starts it, and it's the desire then, you know, from the halfway line to get in there, get in the box. And that's what you want to see from your strikers. He knows he wants it back post, but he still keeps the ball alive, and he's in for a simple tap-in, but credit to him.
Yeah, David Moyes said, Alan, after the game, that this is actually the biggest test that his side have faced so far this season. What does that say about Chelsea, considering the teams West Ham have already played?
Well, Frank Lampard will tell you his team's not ready to challenge for the title. I slightly disagree with the money that's been spent and with the ambition of Chelsea. But West Ham knew coming into this game, Chelsea have lost 2, and for Chelsea to lose 3 would have been a disaster. So he knew that there'd probably been some bounce back in terms of their performance and energy about their performance this evening. And at times they handled that, and they had a lot of possession, West Ham, but they didn't do enough with it. And that's probably one of the reasons why you're seeing a frustrated David Moyes after the game.
Yep.